One of the hardest things about being someone who used to be in the street, is a felon, and did all those things, was able to turn my life around, and now I live a normal life, crime free. And I wish that I had never been involved in anything dealing with the streets. Is that you one of the worst things about it is, at least for me, a lot of times I just sit and think where I could be had I not lost so many of my years, my young years, the formative years, the years that meant the most probably to how I would turn out later. I wish that I didn't waste so much time. I wish that I had did what I needed to do and did very good in school, went on to college, and like so many people that I work with now, that I've said before, I work in the fitness field, so I come across a lot of people that are, they have their masters, some doctors, or just professional people that did not get them. They had maybe not a straight path, but they didn't, veer too far off of the beaten path and got where they are today. And I think about just things in my past that I really wish would have gone differently, and I would have had a different mindset, that I would have been influenced by different things, because it really sucks wanting to be further than you are in life, and knowing that you should be, knowing that you could be, had it not been for all the years that you wasted, in the street and then in prison. And from prison, you get that felony record, and life is just so much more difficult, and it's something that I did to myself, and I have to live with that. I can't be mad at anyone at the end of the day but myself. And that really sucks, because looking within myself, understanding the type of work ethic I have now, and the drive, the desire to succeed, the willpower that I've been able to develop. Now, granted, some of that may have come from the suffering that I brought upon myself, in which I had to endure, being incarcerated. But be that as it may, those characteristics were inside of me, and just realizing had they been cultivated in a more nurturing, and not talking about my mom or my family, but just in a way that I would have had different influences. Again, not trying to pass the blame. I'm not one to do that. I take full accountability and responsibility for where I am, especially now as an adult. But it just, I can't help but think about it, and I'm sure a lot of guys and women that are in my situation think about the same thing. Like, damn, had I not did this, or had I been pulled. And I'm gonna tell you something. It's crazy, because I remember I was probably 15, and I was riding around in a stolen car with a friend. We got pulled over, and the cop arrested us. My friend was probably 19. He went to jail. The cop took me to juvenile, but they didn't charge me. And the cop was telling me, this is the beginning of what your life can be if you continue to choose this path. Just see how it feels sitting in that seat, look at the people looking at you. It don't feel good, right? He said, now if you change your life, you don't have to deal with this, but if you keep going down this path, this is what's going to be your future. And I'll be goddamn that he was right. He was right. And I remember in my head, very lightly thinking he's right, but literally my family, my mom, they were all mad and yelling at me, and they came and picked me up, and I kind of went right back to my friends and everything. So I can't say I wasn't warned or told, especially at all. I just wish that I had listened. It's the end of the day. I wish that I had made different decisions, and that makes me think about all these young people that we see nowadays being arrested for murder, robbery, kidnapping, carjacking, all these very violent crimes, and getting a lot of time. Now, of course, I've seen a lot of instances where people get 5, 6, 8, 10 bails, and they can continue to make bond each time on crazy charges. But you know what I mean. People that get arrested and they have to go to jail, they actually get the justice done to them. You just think, well, anyway, I do. I know where they're headed. I know what they're about to face, and goddamn, they're gonna face that for a very, very long time. And that's what makes me grateful, being that I was able to come out and have an opportunity to get it right, to maybe not get to where I could have been, but at least it's not as bad as it could have been either. Because I could right now be incarcerated maybe for something else, or just in the streets wasting my life still, with the silly mentality, chasing stupidity, clout, all those sorts of things. I am grateful that that's not me anymore, and that it hasn't been for a while. But man, just thinking about what I could have been, it's something that distresses me sometimes. But this is the life that I have to live, and I'm still grateful for it at the end of the day, because with each day that I'm alive, with each day that I'm out here free, there's always more opportunities. You never know what a day will bring. As long as I keep waking up, keep putting one foot in front of the other, hey, who knows what'll happen. And worst come to worst, I'll just be a free person that can do what I want to do, even if I can't do very much. I can do more than what I would be able to do if I was still incarcerated, or maybe even worse, dead. Just some thoughts this morning. Yeah, it is morning for me. It's just kind of got up and wanted to share this. Anyways, thanks for coming back to the channel. Thanks for listening to the video. Appreciate it. Until next time, stay safe, stay free.